What's up, guys? It's Football Junkies 365 coming at you with another video. Now, if you watched last night's game between the Cardinals and Seahawks, the Seahawks won the game 22-16, but from the win, they also lost last night, and they may have lost pretty much, potentially, the season. But let's get straight into it. Now, I'm not gonna hide any words. Richard Sherman is out for the year with a ruptured Achilles tendon, and he injured it last night. Apparently, he was hurting from the injury before last night's game, but he still gave it a go, and it just went full go last night. I think the receiver John Brown caught a pass on him, and it was a first down, and then all you see was Richard Sherman on the ground just, holding that tendon. And, when I seen him on the ground, he didn't get up, and, he was hesitant to get up. He was in a lot of pain, obviously. He did not come back after that. And that right there was his last snap of the season. And I know you guys saying that, he can make it for the playoffs. Unfortunately, the guy is done until 2018 season. The playoffs are like practically 2 months away, and it's ruptured, so he has to get surgery to repair it, and it's a season. It's a whole off season of recovery for Mr. Richard Sherman, number 25. Now, this is a low blow because this is kind of similar to what happened last year with Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas ruptured his Achilles, but he was out for the year. I think the first game of the of December of last season. And what the Seahawks missed a lot of last season was the fact that Earl Thomas was not in the secondary for the Seahawks. Everybody says that he's the quarterback of defense, and he is. As for Richard Sherman, the Seahawks are losing one side of the field in terms of consistent coverage. Because if you look at Seahawks games in 2017, they really pick on the rookie from Central Florida, number 26, Griffin. They pick on him a lot because he's the most inexperienced guy in that secondary. But now that Sherman's gone, it's kind of going to be like last year. To me, I think, a lot of these teams are going to take advantage of him not being there. I think a lot of these teams are going to, they're going to really try to have an aerial attack on Seattle. And, you're in the same division as the Rams. The Rams, number one offense in the NFL right now. That offense is not scared to light it up against anybody. And you have to play the Rams one more time, in that division. But this is just a low blow. This is a real loss for the Seahawks defense. It's the second straight year in a row they lost a stud player in the secondary. Earl Thomas didn't play last night, by the way. He was nursing a hamstring. And now Sherman is not going to come back for the rest of the 2017 campaign with a ruptured Achilles tendon. It's a real low blow. The Seahawks are really missing consistent production from this man. This man shuts down one side of the field. If you look at Seahawks games, you don't see a lot of quarterbacks testing that one side of the field that he's on. On the other side, however, they test that side a lot because you have more inexperienced defensive backs covering receivers on the other side of the field. But this right here is a low blow. We're heading into the most important part of the season. We're heading into Thanksgiving, and then after Thanksgiving, we're heading into December. And I always say that December is where the real big boys come out to play. And now the Seahawks cannot play no longer with Richard Sherman for the 2017 campaign. And as for Richard Sherman, Richard Sherman, like him or not, he's been very critical in his career. As of late, he's been very, very quiet. I guess, he's matured. He's he's getting older, and some of the stuff he did earlier this decade, he doesn't have to do no more because I guess he got his bread. But he's come a long way in his life. Come from Compton, California. He came out of Compton, California with a 4.0 GPA. Went to Stanford University, a school that has like a 3.8 acceptance rate. He was coached there by Jim Harbaugh. By the way, he was teammates with Doug Baldwin on that same team, by the way, and Andrew Luck. So it was a lot of NFL talent on that team at the time. He got drafted by the Seahawks in the 5th round of 2011. I remember that 11 draft. The corners, they were talking about Patrick Peterson, and all these other guys, Prince Amukamara. But, Patrick Peterson and Richard Sherman are probably the only 2 consistent corners from that draft. But, he came in, this guy, back-to-back 8-pick seasons. And again, like him or not, you have to respect the man's ability to play. You have to respect the man's consistency. You also have to respect that man's impact on the field. He makes a great impact on the field. The guy shuts down one side of the football field. And now the Seahawks are going to be without him for the rest of the 2017 campaign. And all I got to say to Richard Sherman is that, listen, come back. Hopefully he can come back with the Seahawks this year, because again, we're heading into a new era of pro football. This is the late 2010s. So, a lot of stuff is going to happen. You're going to have these new studs coming in from college. You're going to have a lot of these new guys coming in. They're going to take over the league like he once did. And he's still taking over the league. But, the league is changing every year. And now the league is changing from when he first started playing on pro football. But anyway, for Richard Sherman, just come back, be better than ever, and, do your thing and, make your impact on the league like you're still doing. So I hope Richard Sherman comes back with a speedy recovery, and you can expect a lot more from Richard Sherman in the 2018 season. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you really like this video, you can give me a thumbs up. If you really like it so much, you can share it with your friends, tell your friends. Also, drop a comment in the comment box. I love to engage with you guys, good or bad. Let me know how you feel about this situation. Drop a comment down in the comments below. And by the way, if you call yourself a real football fan, you gotta subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. You will not regret it. I will post videos like this all the time. If you're really a football junkie like I am, you better subscribe to this channel. But anyway, like the video if you like it. Share the video to tell your friends. Drop a comment. Let me know how you feel. And subscribe for more content. Again, Football Junkies 365 Enterprises checking out. Take care.